Welcome back everyone to Missions 102, and we are back here in Lhan Garan for another round of missions that are in this location. Today we are going to handle 3 more of them for the final bit of the cycle that's in this area, and we are going to be going to Radlaw today. First we have something about watchtowers.
Would you do something for me?
When an enemy can see you coming from a great distance, it puts you at a disadvantage. When that enemy is entrenched, that disadvantage is even greater. At the brigand encampment, we have both issues at once. The brigands there build tall watchtowers and give them a clear view of the surrounding wilds. Any offensive that might be launched against them is immediately at a disadvantage. We also know that the brigands employ a volatile powder of some kind that we may be able to use to our favor. If we reposition some of that powder at the foot of the watchtowers, we may be able to destroy them and take back the advantage. Are you willing to assist? Yes, let's blow up some towers. We have arrived in Radlaw along the watchtowers. The enemies haven't spawned in yet because I could see the standing stone there. But maybe they will if I get a bit closer. Yeah, it looks like they've spawned in now. Good. Now, for this one, I like to sneak in right through here instead of through the front door, though. I had a little trouble getting in this time. Now, let's see what we can do. Now there's one of the towers, but first we are going to need to get some black powder, and there is some right over there. But of course there are also some brigands over here. Now I don't actually have to kill any brigands for this one, but you have to just to get to the black powder. I mean, they don't count how many you kill. So I suppose you could work on your brigand deed if you still have any left after doing any earlier missions. And let's put this over here. Now I don't think you actually have a chance to have them explode. I know that's a bit disappointing, but we'll just have to live with that little bit of difference. Now all 3 of the missions today are going to be at this location. So when you hear the first time, I guess you can get an idea of what it's like over here. Because you'll be here again, exact same camp. And this camp is a little bit easier to remember the layout of than that war den that we were on the cycle that we had 2 episodes ago. There we go. And this is going to be the last set of missions that are going to be at this location. So that means we'll be done with that, but we will have a few more to do at Swanfleet because we still have the ones that we have to do at the Hobbit Village at Klager. And hold on. Hello there. How are you doing? I guess you're looking out. Unfortunately, the trouble for you came from inside, not outside. So they needed a look in instead of a look out in that case. Now I think we are done in this section. And head up there. Yoo-hoo! Oh. I didn't actually hit the button to toss the javelin in this back. Well, that shows you my grand efficiency. Hi. Down here, I don't think there's anyone actually in the tent. I've never seen anyone in the tent, and there's some black powder there. Is there any other black powder in the area? Well, I don't see it immediately, so I might as well grab one of these. And we will toss this one right over here. That's 3 barrels. And we've got a pair of these. Hi! Greet them with a little bit of a jab. There you go. That sort of finishes him off. Oh, we can take this one. That way we don't have to carry the black powder over the fire. Not that it makes any difference in this mission, because it does not keep track of whether or not you're going over fire or not. Alright, that is 4 done. So now we can head up to the next one. Incoming! Alright, you're done with, and you're done. I know I announced that one slightly prematurely. Actually, this one you could probably skip. Yes, I know there's some black powder here though, but I think they have plenty of black powder all over the place, so there's usually a more convenient spot than this in order when you want to go and place it. Because here we'll have to just run up here and be rather inconvenient to carry the black powder all the way up there and find out that you got these 2 twerps waiting for you. Alright, your turn. There. Okay, you go, and you go. And that is... and that'll do. We got this one. So it's essentially kill brigands, place black powder. Or I guess it is kill brigands, pick up black powder. Oh. Well, at least that explains why I never tried the backside before, because it doesn't work. So I guess we will have to go on the front side. Oh, there aren't any brigands there. But there is a very, very nice and convenient bit of black powder there. Now, your turn. Now, what I think I have trouble with is counting the number of towers. And I want to check something here that is a little bit confusing. It allowed me to place powder twice at the same tower, and the reason why I was wondering about that is because this is the final tower right over here. And I can only find 7. Now there is an 8th one way at the beginning, but I'm never able to reach that tower. I've never figured out how to get there. I presume it maybe requires a little platform jumping or something like that, but it was completely outside of my abilities. And so I had to make do with hitting one of the towers twice. But anyway, that is 8 of them, so that means I find the scout, who is right here, and we're done. Seeing those watchtowers burn gives us hope to drive them off the well, yeah, but unfortunately we don't actually get to see them burn. I guess you're better at imagining such things. Towers are burning.
What do you need?
We shall watch them more closely, and when the time is right, we'll organize an assault of our own. We best plan this soon, as they will likely restore those watchtowers quickly. That is right. Now, not as many heads. Maybe they're trying to figure out what to do now that their watchtowers are burnt down.
Would you do something for me?
My scouts report that they're leaders among the brigands who trained them in the art of battle. We had thought most of the men coming in from the south were brutes or brigands out to make a living of the highwaymen. Now, we're not so certain. Yes, given the size of the encampment, we knew that something was amiss, but we didn't understand the organization of this force until now. Knowing what we do know, there is a grim answer to call that we must make. We want to eliminate the leaders and break the will of the brigands. Perhaps it will provide us the chance to strike at them before they become more of a threat. So our next stage is to take care of their leaders. Let's go. We are back, and this time we need to head out and kill the leaders. This time we spawned a little bit closer to the main gate, so I'm not going to go up through this way, but instead I am going to head in through the front door. Now this time I do need to kill brigands. I need to kill 15 brigands. I need to kill 2 lieutenants. And I need to kill 1 captain. So we'll just have to keep an eye out for them. Now I think that... Actually, I was about to say that they're all in that direction, but I just spotted a lieutenant right over there. Yeah, that lieutenant patrols a bit. Actually, yeah, but he patrols just on that side of it. So he is the right lieutenant. Alright. So I guess the one on the other side is the lieutenant, and this is the right lieutenant. Alright. Okay, and unfortunately we've got archers for both of them, so I just can't go to the archer there and bring them together, or it'll take too much time for it to be worth it. It looks like they rebuilt the towers. I know, what else is new? I suppose that they really like those towers. So we'll just have to take out their leadership. So first we take out their towers, which didn't do anything because they just built new ones. Then we'll take out their leaders. What are they going to do after that? Who knows? Let's see, no one in that area. We can skip those, right? We have... Oh, I need to kill... Actually, maybe I can't skip them. Maybe I need... Because I do need 5 more. Oh, is that a lieutenant right there? Yeah, that looks like he's a lieutenant. Yep, it is. Ouch! Now, your turn. Oh, my mastery is refreshed just in time. Oh, you died together. Now, that gives us 2 more to kill. Speaking of 2 more, now it's possible that I could have skipped these 2. Because the captain is probably going to be surrounded by 1 or 2 others. Guess we'll find out in a moment. Where is the captain? Is he inside the tent? In which case we did have to kill these 2. Yeah, okay, yeah. I did have to kill those 2 because they were blocking the way. Too bad for them. I'm so used to there not being anyone inside these places that I keep forgetting that the captain is inside. There you go, and that is it. And the scout is just outside the captain's tent. Now we shall wait and see if these brigands fall onto one another. Let's return. Officers down.
What can I do for you?
A great effort and battle well fought. You have well earned your rewards. Thank you. Now what next?
Stay a moment.
I'll tell you this, Pine Seed. Something terrible is amiss in these lands. Since riders pushed through here in the dead of night not long ago, there has been all manner of ill-fortuned and foul-mannered folk pouring in from the south. None are worse than the Southron men making a large encampment. We know that they're planning something, and we need to know what it is. great tents in their encampment are used for meetings between their leaders. You mean the ones that we just killed? It is possible our scouts believe that they can formulate some plans for the attack. We want to learn what they are planning so that they thwart their efforts. Are you willing to help? Yeah, let's go and take care of that. This time I spawn even closer to the front gate. And I've got to be careful because I think that there's going to be someone patrolling it, but see, the standing stone hasn't disappeared yet, so that means that mobs probably haven't spawned in yet either. Ah, now they have. Ah, no one's at the front gate. I guess they have poor leadership now that we killed their leaders. Now we just make sure they don't have any plans left in order to figure out what to do. What were the leaders planning? Well, I guess if they could look at the plans, they may figure it out. That's going to be my assumption for the moment. Oh, hold on. Apparently we missed a lieutenant somewhere. He must have been out and about during the time, leading some sort of a raid. We killed the leaders that were present at the time. We obviously couldn't have killed the ones that weren't there. Alright, I need to kill 12 brigands and collect plans. Actually, I think their population is a little bit lower now that we have killed so many of them. Which means now I only have to kill 12, and I think there was a surplus number last time. I don't think there's a surplus this time. Which means that it may have been a bad idea for me to have politely come up here. Well, I guess we'll find out. We can backtrack later if I need to. Right now, let's just make sure I kill anyone I run into. And hope I don't run into any rangers along the way, right? Yeah. And then your turn. And also, I hope I don't run into anything like Balrogs or anything like that either, because that could be a little bit unpleasant for a fight. Your turn. Let's see, we've got 7 brigands down and 2 more. I think the other 2 plants are actually near each other. Oh no, well, I say that and there's a set of plants right over here. There you go. And now one more. Hey, any plans inside? It makes... Ah, yeah, here they are, right over here. So that takes care of the plans. Good. Now let's deal with the brigands themselves. Now we've got one over here. Well, I suppose if they're going around rebuilding their towers, we need to make sure that we deal with all their lookouts. Now, I think I've caught everyone on this side, and that means that, yep, it's probably best to go to the right, handle that, and then come up, because definitely not a surplus of foes as you had on the previous run. There we go. And I'm going to presume that there are a couple of bandits over in this direction. Well, here's one right over here. Hi. Oops. Oh, did that spear slip out of my hand and into your body? Alright, there you go. Now up there, that's the tower that I never quite figured out how to get there. And I was talking earlier about the one that I couldn't figure out how to reach. Yeah, look at this. There seems to be exactly 12 in this one. So yes, we have been depleting their population quite effectively. Now, I need to find the scout, and most likely the scout is up here because, I mean, who in the world will miss the first two brigands and backtrack or anything like that? Nope, no one's gonna do anything that crazy. Yeah, here we are. Right over here, where they expect you to actually finish it, in front of the tent. Oh, hi there. Excellent work. Let's go back. Here are the plans.
Greetings.
These plans are more well developed than expected. It's hard to believe that bands of brigands could be disorganized. I fear that this setback will not hold them for very long. Still, you have done well to prepare us for the future. There you go. And that's it for our dealing with the brigands here in Lhan Garan, and it also finishes up the last of the missions in Lhan Garan. Though we still have a few more in Swanfleet, though those are over at the Hobbit Village, and that's where you're going to see me in the next episode of Missions 103.